Oh, and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome in to Coach and Company on this Thanksgiving Eve. We are so thankful that you choose to wake up and start your day with us. Educate, entertain, love, laugh, live. It's what we're all about. And then you can go out into your day, cash some tickets, and having a great time. Now, this week we are preempted on the Stadium Network, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Roku, LG, all of those, but we still have shows every single day right here on our YouTube channels and also on social media. Now, how did we do yesterday? Well, I continue to tell you that I am the hottest capper on planet Earth, but for some reason, you just don't believe me. But yesterday, how about the Magic having 86 points at halftime and just sailed to the over? UMass, Bowling Green, nice. Soupy, nice 2-0. I'll deal with Raphael and Mikey in a second. Now, over the course of the next 45 minutes or so, we have our rants. Yes, just because it's Wednesday, just because tomorrow is Thanksgiving does not mean we will not have our rants today. Also, we go back to school. It is rivalry week in college football, and there are a lot of matchups that directly impact the college football playoff. We dig into those. And also tonight, 3 big games on national TV in the NBA. So we focus on those in our NBA showcase. So also, no premium pop-ups this week. But if you want to become a premium member, we normally do 2 to 3 different shows a week. It's very, very simple. It pays for itself in 1 or 2 live bets. But more importantly, how much would you pay just to have a good time hanging out with your friends? That's what our premiums are. So come be a part of what we're doing. Also, if you choose to either win a piece of merch or buy a piece of merch, we want you to send us a picture so we can throw it up on the show and really focus on all of the great fans that are part of our universe. All right, housekeeping done. Now, can we have a second straight winning day? That begs the question. So I know that normally on holidays, people get in a little bit late. They're not at the front door when you think they're going to be. But at the end of the day, I knew they'd show up. It's time to beat the books. Oh, look at this motley. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Heartthrob himself is here. We got to have proper introductions today. Today feels like a new day. So let's start with the upper left. My man is sporting his brand Jordan, always coming in with the drip. Oh, no. If you're wearing the pinky ring, Big Tommy, that means you're serious today.
Serious heart attack, Coach. Very serious.
Goodness. If I didn't know any better.
This time of year. I love this time of year.
It's the best, right?
Yeah, because it's a holiday and I get to eat. Yeah. It's a holiday when you eat, so think of that. Every day's a holiday for me.
It's a holiday when you're in our midst too, Big Tommy. You are the fan favorite. Everybody loves Big Tommy and his fun facts. All right, next, right below him, he is our numbers guy for a reason. Say good morning to our guy, Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. It's Redemption Wednesday. I went 0-2 yesterday. Yes. I lost to Soupy yesterday. Yes. I lost in life yesterday because now my wife is flying with me on Friday. She just told me, hey, I can go with you on Friday. So I went over all day yesterday.
I just pray just one day, she walks in the door right when you're spouting off. Yeah, she's flying. Most people would be excited that she's coming with you on the holidays. But not you, Raphael. You stand on business.
It's a Black Friday now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Now, upper right, this man, he just bulldozes right through the holidays. Are you kidding me? The executive producer / talent at BetMGM tonight. My guy, Brandon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Raphael. How are you guys doing today? Hope that everybody is going to have a fantastic holiday. And Rafi, if you could, take my wife with you, too. That'd be great.
Why not? Let's bring them all.
Well, that's a dangerous pool to wade into right now for you two. Because as I come to my next guy, he had a rough one at home also yesterday because his better half figured out how to start her own account and be in the chat all by herself. So, Mikey P, my guy, on the eve of the biggest game of your fandom, how are you this morning, sir?
Coach, so happy to be here. I couldn't be in a better mood. My better half has a half day at work, which means as soon as we're done with business here today, she'll be walking through that door. I'll be telling her there's not one, not two, not three, but 4 football games I got to get ready for over the next 48 hours. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your 4.5-day weekend with me.
Yeah, we all know you're not going to do that. We all know that. She watch it. What would you like? Farmers market? Feed the goats. Feed the goats. Anything but what I need to be doing for coaching company. By the way, our chat queen says this in the chat to Big Tommy. Tommy needed an additional to recover from the Legends Lounge Monday night. Were you holding court, Tommy, in the Legends Lounge?
Yeah, Kimberly came. Yep. We were holding court and knocking them back. Oh, please.
It's Monday night.
He said no stadium.
No stadium.
No stadium.
Free reign.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my God, Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't even think you realize what you just said. I really don't. Otherwise, you'd be on the floor too.
I do.
Raphael does. Okay. Great. No stadium. Stadium, please come back on Monday. Please. All right, gentlemen. We had a 5 and 3 day yesterday. Raphael, you were 0 for 2. Mikey, you pulled a DG, as we like to call it, and you split. So, who would like? All right, Mikey. Oh, on a day when your Celtics are playing. Oh, you're ready to go. It's Thanksgiving Eve. Best bets. Go, Mikey P.
Nothing better than early afternoon NBA action with the Celtics and Pistons. Detroit coming into town on a roll. No Neemias Queta in this game for Boston. So give me Jaylen Brown over 33.5 points and rebounds. Somebody's got to grab the boards, and it's not going to be 2'4" Peyton Pritchard. I can promise you that much. And then a little opposites here, Coach. They say opposites attract. You're on the Blazers, so I went with the Spurs on the money line. Rumor has it Dylan Harper could come back for this game. So try to get this number early before it changes if he does indeed return. I think Dylan Harper will be a big return for San Antonio. Give me the Spurs on the money line.
Wow. Guys, most kids are out of school this week. Most kids don't have to go back until Monday, but apparently I had to put class in session today, boys, if you know what I mean. Now, we're not going to do a showdown. We're not going to do where I prove once again why I'm the hottest capper in the world, because that's just what I've been doing every day and winning showdowns at the same time. But Mikey, I'll go next. The Blazers. Did you not watch them their last game? And when they play at home, it's like in a friendly rim, soft rims. The Spurs are so erratic without Wemby. This is a Blazers lock tonight. But we'll just leave it as professional pride. How about that? How about trash talking is what we get for winning? Then my second play, I'm going to go Heat team total over 123.5. Now, that's a high team total, but this is a team that routinely gets over 123. And the Bucks, they're terrible. They're awful without Giannis. So give me this. I didn't want to play the game over because I can't trust the Bucks. I didn't want to play the spread because I can't trust the Heat to always play defense. So this was my compromise, over 123.5. Now, speaking of the Celtics game, Big Tommy, coming up to you, big dog. Look at you. Is that 1, 2, 4 plays for you today?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yep. I'm taking the Pistons Celtics over. Total points 229.5 minus 115. My fact of the day is each of the Pistons' last 4 games have gone over the total points line. Then I'm jumping to Thanksgiving. Bengals, Ravens. I'm taking the over total points line, 51.5 minus 110. Each of the last 6 games between the Bengals and the Ravens have gone over the total points line. And, Coach, I'm sorry, but I'm taking the Cowboys +3 minus 115. The Cowboys have covered the spread in each of their last 4 home games against teams with a winning record. And I have one more, guys.
Oh.
Touchdown props. Both teams, Lions and Green Bay, to score at least 1 touchdown in the game. And I'm taking a yes minus 115 because they both have 2 great running backs. We have Gibbs on the Lions and we have Jacobs on the Green Bay Packers.
And to be clear, though, it's rushing touchdown. You didn't say rushing. It's rushing touchdown. Rushing touchdown. And the Cowboys is 3.5, not 3, correct?
3.5. 3.5. Yep.
All right. Now, I would probably, if I was on the Cowboys, I'd probably buy it down to 3. Probably going to be kind of juicy at 140 or 150. But Tommy, I mean, you and I have gone at it before. You know, respectfully, we've gone toe to toe. It's nothing new for us, man to man. I got you. All right. No showdown for me yet. All right. Solid, Big Tommy. All right. Where do we go next? I feel like Brandon's ready. B. Randall. 3 big plays. Let's go.
I'm always ready. I like that rushing touchdown parlay, Tommy. I'm going to go ahead and play that as well.
Ooh.
I'm going to go OKC. Let's go to the hardwood. OKC versus Minnesota. I'm going to take OKC minus 8.5. Oklahoma City, best team in the league. Minnesota has been playing awful ball as of lately. They do not look good whatsoever on the court. So OKC minus 8.5 at minus 110. Then give me Steph Curry against the Houston Rockets tonight. 6+ 3-pointers. He's done this in 5 of his last 6 games at plus 120. I'll take Steph Curry all day to hit 3-pointers. And then let's go to the ice. You know I got to go to the ice. Got to support my boys, my Blackhawks. Connor Bedard having a hell of a start to his season. Give me Connor Bedard to score a goal versus the Minnesota Wild tonight. That is plus 150. He will find the back of the net tonight. A goal and 3 assists in his last game versus Minnesota.
I love the variety. I absolutely love the variety in your plays today, Brandon. Well done. A couple of chat. Since we are not on Stadium today, we can call out a few of our premium members. How about JC1? Very nice message. Good morning, Coach and company. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for everyone here that helps get the day started. That's what we're all about. So if you get a chance today to yell someone you appreciate, yell them out, do it. Thank you, JC1. How about my man Helen's Calvo? Big Tommy C. Dropping jewels out there in the world. And then our guy Walsey. People watch Big Tommy C like they do Howard Stern, he says, to see what he will say next.
Thank you, Walsey. That's quite the compliment.
It really is, Tommy.
Yeah.
You're becoming a cult hero in these streets. I'm telling you right now. Do not get Michelle out of bed right now. All right. So, has everybody gone? Oh, not you, Raphael. Very interesting. All right, best bets, Raphael. Bring it home. Let's go.
I am going to talk about your Portland game. Wait for this one because I do believe you can get a plus point on that play. Everyone's taking San Antonio on this one, so I would say you'll probably get a better number on Portland, which I do like Portland in that game. So I'm waiting for a better number. Going with the NBA is my first play. Give me the Pacers Raptors under 234.5. This is just a high number, and the Raptors' last 6 home games, 5 of them have gone under the total. I just think their defense is going to be too much for an Indiana offense that's just awful. They're only averaging 112 points per game this year. It's going to be hard to see the Pacers put up 115 to try to be a dance partner to hit the over. That's why I like the under in this game. And then going to the ice. That's right. NHL. Give me the Sharks Avs under 6.5 at minus 120. Colorado has won 9 straight games. Opponents are only averaging 1.9 goals per game. San Jose is not going to find the back of the net that much. Colorado's a minus $3 favorite. I can easily see like a 3-1 or 3-0 final because San Jose has been struggling to score goals on the road.
All right. So clearly Raphael is just trying to piss me off today. Playing not 1, but 2 unders, Raphael? 2 in the same show?
All about value. Doesn't matter if it's over or under, dog or favorite. It's all about value.
I hate when you make sense. All right. Now, I don't know what Mikey's doing right now. He's just kind of out in these streets, just kind of going all willy-nilly. But I know this, he's not going to miss our next segment because every single Wednesday we reset. Every single Wednesday. It's why Big Tommy C is here. He was made for this segment that we will get to right after Dog of the Day. So, Big Tommy, if you had to pick a dog today, Kansas, there's no way Kansas is plus 170 against Syracuse. Is that right, Mikey? Kansas?
Yes.
UMass Lowell.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's against Tennessee. I'm sorry.
What's that?
It's against Tennessee, not Syracuse.
It's Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, Tommy, Kansas and Tennessee, not Syracuse. Which would you take here of these three?
Wow. I'm jumping. My knowledge is so great on this.
I know it is. You've been all over UMass Lowell all year.
Yeah. I'll take Kansas. I'm going to jump out on a limb and take Kansas here. I think they could. I think they could win the game.
You guys aren't going to believe this real quick. My divorced dad's poker game that I have once a month that I always tell stories from?
Yes.
So the dad who hosts the game, his son plays at a junior college out here. So the other day I went to watch him play. So the head basketball coach for the high school where my kids go to school is where his kids also went to school, same school. And his son, you guys have heard of Mater Dei? Mater Dei, you've heard of the high school?
Yep.
Yep. Super famous. Yep. So the high school coach at my kid's high school, his son goes to a different school because they have a better program. And he was Division I. And so I've been seeing him like 3 or 4 years. He just signed with Kansas. So his son is going to be the point guard at Kansas starting next year.
Wow.
And I've been watching him play at Mater Dei for 3. He's incredible. But can you imagine having a son and he doesn't play for you because you want him to go to a better program in high school? Banana. You guys will see this kid. I'll be talking about him a lot, but literally 2 miles, he'll be the point guard for KU next year. All right, I digress. Raphael, if you had to, where would you go here?
Michigan seems really tempted, but Gonzaga's just been dominating. Every game they've won has been by double digits. So I'm going to kiss up mountain and go with Kansas. Tough game Tennessee played yesterday with Houston. Tennessee's only covered 3 games this year. I think the Jayhawks can keep this one close, and the number just moved. I'll take the +5 of Kansas.
Okay. Yeah, Tennessee, they took all their energy to beat a top 5 team less than 24 hours ago. Brandon, where would you go?
Well, I didn't even know UMass Lowell was actually a school, so I'm going to go with Michigan over Gonzaga. I like Michigan in this game. I think that Michigan's going to roll. I think it's a big weekend for Michigan athletics because I think they beat Ohio State on Saturday.
What?
Wow.
What? Wow. Somebody's standing on his own.
2,157 days since Ohio State last beat Michigan.
We'll get to that game shortly. Mikey, after that hot take, where would you go here?
I know I'm the resident of Kiss Up Mountain, but I look in the chat. My better half, apparently, hashtag Rock Chalk Kim, go Kansas. Tommy C, go Kansas. Coach, go Kansas. JC1, thank you for being the only one with knowledge of UMass Lowell. I'm taking the whatever they are against whoever they're playing. Let's go UMass Lowell.
Was it 24 hours ago, gentlemen, that Stonehill cashed for us as the dog of the day? Have we forgot what Stonehill?
No, it was Stony.
Or was that Stony Brook?
Stony Brook. What the Seawolf, Coach? As
I said, was it not 24 hours ago? That's Stony Brook. All right. What a disaster that segment was. Okay. Now, Tommy's over there going, oh. All right. As I was saying, it is Wednesday. It is Thanksgiving Eve. This is normally when the family shows up that you don't want to be there. They got to hang out for the next 24 to 48 hours. This is the family that you want to hang out with. We don't stay. We leave at the end of the hour. But we can never forget our good friend on this day, on the holidays. We miss him so much, but we always remember him because Howie Schwab taught us one thing, that every day, yes, even on Wednesdays, it can be a rant Wednesday. Roll it.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
Yeah, my toss was an F day. Sorry about that, Howie. That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right, gentlemen, today I never know where anybody's going to go, but I love Rant Wednesday. I love F days. So, would anybody, I'm in the giving mood today. Would anybody, all right, Mikey, my dog, I have one very simple question for you. What are you ranting on today?
You know, in the NFL, coach, a lot of coordinators or head coaches deserve to get fired. But when you back the truck up and then run over the coach that you just fired, what are we doing, Pete Carroll? Listen, Pete Carroll hired Chip Kelly, made him the highest paid offensive coordinator this year at $6 million, and 11 games later, Chip Kelly gone. Pete Carroll goes to his press conference afterwards and says, I gave him a lot of leeway because he has an excellent background. You know what you did, Pete Carroll? You hired a felon because if you look at his track record, he's good at robbing and he's good at fraud. And then when the felon committed a felony, you go, now how did I get caught red-handed? Pete Carroll, what are you doing? You didn't even say, oh, it's on us. It's a franchise thing. We got to do better. You go, no, I gave him a lot of leeway, and he just lived up to who he is. Be better, Pete Carroll. You're embarrassing.
Robbing and stealing. Nice start there, Mikey P. Nice start. Now, as I look at my notes, where would the flow go? Speaking of what are we doing, Brandon, let me come over to you because so many times when you're watching a game, that's exactly what we say to some of these players on the field. What are we doing? So I ask you a question. What are you ranting on today?
Idiot players that don't know that there are cameras on the field, apparently. Let's start with Jamar Chase, who for a week and a half after we saw the video decided that he was not going to admit that he spit on another player. And that once he spit on that player, that's what caused him to punch him. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. We saw it on camera. You did it. And then he apologizes for it. Oh, there's no place in our game. There's no place in life for this. Why? Because you got caught? Stop it. Trayvon Moehrig punching a guy in the junk in the middle of a game. Guys, there are cameras everywhere you go. Whether you're on the field, whether you're at the club, no matter what you do, athletes, you guys are making hundreds of millions of dollars. And you know what cameramen are paid to do? They're paid to film the action. So while we're out there and we've got our cameras, we got the directors in our ears, and we see something, and we get on the mic and we say, hey, I caught this real quick. Here's something for the background. The league might need it later. Guess what? You're on camera at all times. They've got a camera with a zip line that goes over your head on the football field, Trayvon Moehrig. You don't think you're going to get caught punching a guy in the junk? Hundreds of millions of dollars you make to be so stupid. I don't understand what is going on with these players. It drives me nuts. There's cameras, boys. Cameras everywhere.
It drives me insane. It absolutely drives me insane. Jamar Chase, you can't stand there and look us in the eye when. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. It wasn't me. All right. Well done, Brandon. Well done. All right. Now, in New York City, they never take a day off when it comes to bitching, moaning, complaining about their marquee franchise in this great city we call our biggest. So, Big Tommy C, I come over to you and ask you one very simple question. What are you ranting on today?
You know, Coach, I'm a big Yankee fan, iconic Yankee fan. And our iconic owner came on, Hal Steinbrenner, met the media the other day, and he was bitching and moaning about everything. He was arrogant about everything until John Heyman asked him the question. And he said, hey, Hal, did you make a profit this year? And Hal went ballistic. Oh, not necessarily. I got to pay $100 million to the New. Nobody cares what the business side of the New York Yankees are. You know what the only thing you have in common with your father is that you have the same last name. You're all about business. You're not about winning at all, Hal. Nobody cares about you bitching and moaning about everything about, oh, I got to pay this. I got to pay that. You own the most iconic franchise in sports ever. I would like to know your revenue just for merchandise alone, because that New York hat is all over from here to Timbuktu. You know what I think we should do? Start a GoFundMe page for Hal in case you don't have enough money. Does he need to eat? Maybe we get you the government cheese. You not having money is like me saying, I don't have any money for Twinkies. And I always have money for Twinkies. Wake up, Hal. It's not about business. It's about winning in New York.
Oh, man, I love Twinkies. I really love Twinkies. I really do.
All right.
All right, Raphael, it's coming down to me, and it's coming down to you. So I'm going to giving mood. I will let you go first. What are you ranting on today?
Of course, I have to follow Twinkies on this one, but remember back in the day, you would go to the grocery store and you pick up a milk carton and be missing kids or a missing dog. I'm trying to find out where the Chicago Bulls defense has been. They've been awful. Don't forget, the Bulls started off this season 5-0. They were the talk of the NBA. And then all of a sudden, they've dropped 8 out of their last 12, and their defense is allowing 129 points per game. You know who they lost the last 2 games? They went to Miami. Miami put up 143 points. They go to New Orleans, the Pelicans. I lost a bet because the Pelicans scored 143 points against the Chicago Bulls defense. This is shameful. I went to every Chicago Bulls parade. We saw defense with Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, these great guys that played defense that won championships. This Bulls team sucks on the D side.
What? What did you just say?
Chicago Bulls suck on the D side, defensive side.
Oh. Got it.
Yeah.
Woo!
We were all thinking it.
Yeah. All
Put your mind
right.
on a cutout.
Oh, all right. It is my turn, and I have flat out had it. One of the most important relationships I have in my life is the relationship I have with my college basketball coach. He is one of the greatest human beings I have ever met. He gave me the opportunity to play college basketball, so I had 4 more years. So it's important when a kid goes to college who he plays for. And I understand that we're in the transfer portal era. I get it. Everybody can go wherever they want to go whenever they get a paycheck. But this Lane Kiffin situation, I have absolutely had it. If Nick Saban does not take over the NCAA, if they do not create something, because he had a 3-minute rant last week that I was like, that's the guy. Because when Lane Kiffin, who I love, is literally disrespecting his own team, even though he says that he isn't. He goes, oh, it would be disrespectful to talk about this right now. No, just say you're not going. Then it's over. But your ex-wife, your family, going to LSU, going to Gainesville, but you're not there, so it doesn't matter. You're making $10 million with $3 more million in incentives. That's plenty. This nonsense of going to another school. And then I heard some talking heads yesterday, and this really drove me nuts. They're like, listen, if Ole Miss is not backing up the Brinks truck and making him the highest paid coach, they're disrespecting him, and he should go. They're going to be in the playoffs. Can you imagine a team going to the playoffs without their head coach? It's the most insane thing I've ever heard, and nobody's getting upset about it. Oh, yeah, just chase the next biggest check. It will be within $1 million or $2 million. He'll be fine. I feel bad for the kids. You signed to play with Lane Kiffin. You didn't sign to play with whoever was your head coach at that time. Now, Tommy, I know we got to drop you out of here. So you're not going to be on the show tomorrow, so I thought it'd be appropriate if you would like to tell everybody out here in our CNC universe maybe what you're thankful for, or anything that you want. The floor is yours.
You know, Coach, I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for this show. I'm thankful for you guys here. But you know what I'm thankful for? All the DMs I'm getting. I love it. It's great for me. I'm in the lounge. We're having fun. And I'm having my own merch shirt come out pretty soon, so I expect, hey, ladies, the shirt looks good at night. Looks good during the day, at night. With that, I'm thankful for everything, guys, and the pinky ring will stay on. Have a great Thanksgiving. I love you all. Fugazi.
He said, "Hey, ladies."
He did say, hey, he used your merch in his promo. That's next level stuff right there. How did he do
whatever
that?
he wants?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I've literally unleashed the beast. I have in more ways than one. In more ways than one. I have unleashed the beast. It is what it is. He is who he is. All right, gentlemen. Producer man is just fired. Producer man's having a good time behind the scenes today. All of these great chat things that are being said over there. I see all of you. Big Cheesy, I see you. Don't think I didn't see that you said my Chiefs would win. We're on the taking a little break on the same side this week. All right, gentlemen. Rant Wednesday in the rear view, mercifully. Now, big week in college football. It doesn't start on Saturday. It starts way before that. So, gentlemen, right here, right now, it's time to go back to school. All right, we're going to start where my rant left off, and that is in the Egg Bowl. And all accounts are that Lane Kiffin will make his decision by the day of the Egg Bowl. I've never seen a situation, I'll just call it stupid. It should be all about Ole Miss, Mikey. It should be all about the Rebels win, and they're in no matter what. But that's not the case. It's all about the head coach, which is why I don't like it. But Ole Miss does have an opportunity, and they're laying 7 on the road against a Mississippi State team that their defense has been an absolute sieve. Your take?
Here's my first take, Coach. I'm not going to talk about this game because the over-under, the amount of questions Lane Kiffin's going to have about his next destination, I'm going to set it at 6, maybe 7. I'm not sure. But also, we should be talking about how Ole Miss was leapfrogged in the college football playoff rankings, not where is Lane Kiffin leapfrogging for his next job. This is so embarrassing. Job well done on your rant today.
Thank you.
I don't even know how we talk about this game because Lane Kiffin, what did he do? He made it all about himself. I want nothing more for the Rebels players to absolutely crush Mississippi State, but I don't know how you're mentally checked in when your coach is playing something with the press.
Thank you. He acts like that he's doing everything right. I'm respecting every process. No, just say I like it. Here I'm staying. It could be over in 5 seconds. Brandon, let me come over to you. Is everything Mikey's saying on point with how you think?
Not really, because I have that different opinion, right? Like 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, yes. But since the start of NIL, these are paid athletes. These are guys who get paid to come to these schools. Not all of them are about, oh, yeah, we're going because we love the coach. We're going because we're getting the bag, right? And this Ole Miss team, how do they get past this Lane Kiffin stuff? They have a team meeting, and they say to ourselves, hey, guys, we don't care where he goes. Let's go out here. Let's destroy this team, and let's win this game for us. Let's win. Let's go to the college football playoff for us. To hell with Lane Kiffin. Let's do us. So I think the Ole Miss Rebels, I think they roll.
I like that idea, and their quarterback put out a tweet yesterday, basically saying exactly what you're talking about. Like, listen, we're going to do this. We're good, and we also believe in our head coach. So the leader is saying all the right things. Raphael, where do you stand on this game?
I couldn't agree more with what Brandon said. That's why I'm shocked that so much money is coming in at Mississippi State. This one will probably be 6.5, maybe even 6, because everyone's reading the narrative saying, oh, these players don't want to play because of the distraction with Lane Kiffin. Mississippi State could be a live dog in this one. I'm looking at totally separate. These kids, if they transfer out of Ole Miss, they need to have a good audition for this game if they want to leave or maybe follow Lane Kiffin to LSU. So I think they blow out Mississippi State. I love Ole Miss in this spot. Brandon couldn't be much more correct on this one.
All right, so we got everybody kind of in line in this game, which is is Friday. A lot of big games on Friday in college and in the pros. If you know, you know. All right, let's go to game number 2, and this is a gigantic one. And if you would have told me at times, and maybe this is because we sleep on certain weeks in the schedule, but Texas to me was out of this thing a long time ago. But wait a second, now they're not. Mikey, I'm coming over to you. They're getting to an at home against an undefeated A&M team. It's going to be fascinating to see what the committee decides to do with some of these teams, win or lose. But this one, big time ramifications. There's a lot of people that believe if Texas wins, they have an avenue into the playoffs. Your take?
I'm one of those people. I just don't see Texas winning this game. This for me is way more important for Texas A&M because are you a top 3 team? Do you want to be taken seriously? Are you a national championship title contender? I don't know over these last few weeks. We always talk about as we get closer to the end of November, early December, recency bias. What have we seen lately? Well, what I've seen lately is these rankings should be flipped. Maybe not necessarily Texas at 3, but Texas should be in the playoff, and the Aggies should be knocking on the door. So the Aggies have a lot more pressure on them. I like them to cover. I like the over to hit, but I would not be shocked if Texas puts up a hell of a fight in this one.
Okay, so Longhorns for Mikey. Brandon, let me come over to you.
Yeah, I'm going with the Longhorns in this one as well. I think the Longhorns pull off the upset. I think there's 3 big upsets this week that shake up the college football playoff, and this is one of them. So I think that Texas on the money line is the play. I think the Aggies have struggled as of late. That 31-point comeback that they had to put up against South Carolina 2 weeks ago. I mean, this team is ripe for the picking, and I think that Texas is just the team that can pick them off.
And you wonder if that would have happened if it would have been at South Carolina. I don't know if it would have been. They had that energy behind them. There will be no energy for Texas A&M this week. Raphael, let me come over to you. It's interesting that the number right now is sitting at 2.5, the total at 51.5. Either one of those things interest you?
Well, if you like A&M, you wait because people who are going to be betting Texas, they're not taking a +2.5. They're going to take the money line, so they'll move the number quicker because of all the money line action coming in because it's plus money than it is on a +2.5. So we could see maybe a 2, 1, 1.5. Look at it, momentum coming in at Texas. We already thought about the struggles that A&M has done, especially against South Carolina. Momentum all on Texas. That means mall money line, Texas money.
Mo money. Now, this next one is I also, by the way, I like Texas to get the job done. I just think the football gods want to see Arch Manning in a playoff. I just do.
Yes.
I just do. They just do. All right, this next one's interesting. The reason I bring it on the board, guys, is because somebody in a Power 4 conference has got to be representing the ACC. But every week, nobody wants it. Virginia doesn't want it. Pitt doesn't want it. Miami doesn't want it. Nobody wants it. But this week, Miami plays Pitt. The winner has a chance, but needs other things to happen. Mikey, let me come over to you. Will being the U help Miami if they win this one? And they need a lot of other things to happen as well.
Coach, I want to bang my head on the table because we're talking about Pitt for a 3rd straight week. I want Miami to roll in this game. I want the Hurricanes and Carson Beck to just absolutely look like ACC champs. However, I'm all in on SMU and Kevin Jennings to take the ACC. I know they have a 55% chance to win the conference. So I love SMU to win the ACC. But please, for all things that are holy on a Thanksgiving weekend, Miami, beat the hell out of Pitt because I'm sick and tired of talking about them.
Right now, what time is that game? Southern Miss is 8 o'clock Saturday against Cal. Cal has risen up a couple of times here this fall, so they're not a walkover by any stretch. Brandon, let me come over to you. Do either one of these teams deserve to be a playoff team?
Yeah, Pat Narduzzi said that he didn't care if Notre Dame beat their team by 100 as long as they won the next 2 games. And what did they do? They got their butts kicked by Notre Dame, and then they went out and beat Georgia Tech. I think they're going to go out and beat Miami. I don't think Miami's as good as people think that they are. I'm not a big believer in Carson Beck. I think Pitt wins this football game. I like the +220, and I'm going to take that.
last week they struggled to beat Virginia Tech by 17. It was a struggle. Raphael, let me come over to you. They have won 3 in a row. They have scored at least 34 in every one of those games, but they have struggled at times this year as well.
Yeah, they're on the road, and now you tell me I can get +7 because 7s are popping. 2 7s popped about 20 minutes ago. Give me the Pitt Panthers plus points. They can easily win this game because I am not sold on Miami on the road.
Okay, fair enough. Now, gentlemen, our final game, and do not forget, we will have an on-demand episode on Saturday morning to get set for all of these games, obviously minus the Friday ones, but every year, and if anything ever changes to where we don't get Ohio State and Michigan, I'm ending Coaching Company because this has to be played every single year. We're seeing what the SEC is doing. It's absolute madness with their schedule. This has to stay. Mikey, Ohio State has been number 1 with a bullet ever since they beat Texas. It seems like 3 years ago in week number 1. And now they've just run roughshod. They've had no close games. They've been blowing everybody out routinely, 30, 35-point spreads, and covering those. This week on the road against a ranked team, they're favored by 10. Talk to me.
It's not just a ranked team, Coach. It's Michigan. And they haven't beat them in well over 2,000 days. Brandon knows the exact number. I do not. Michigan covers. I'm not ready to sit here and say that Michigan will win, but in Ann Arbor, give me the Wolverines to cover. And if they're going to win, they're going to put up points. So give me Michigan to cover and the over in this game.
It does feel like, Brandon, they would need 25 to 30 points if they're going to beat this Ohio State team. Now, I watched almost their whole game against Northwestern, and they did not look that good against Northwestern. But sometimes you flip that switch. Your take?
Northwestern is better than people think. And by the time these two teams play on Saturday, it'll be 2,160 days since Ohio State last beat Michigan. That's 6 seasons ago. Look, they're not beating them this year either. Look, I know that Ohio State has blown people out, but you know who they've blown out, Coach? They beat Texas in day 1 when Texas wasn't very good. They beat them 14-7. Then they blew out Grambling in Ohio and Washington and Minnesota and Illinois and Wisconsin and Penn State and the Perkins School for the Blind. Let's stop talking about Ohio State like they're some juggernaut. They haven't played anybody. Michigan's going to beat them by a field goal like they always do.
Wow. I tell you what, the ledge that you are standing on today, it just gets thinner and thinner. There's nobody else on that ledge. But that's why I respect you. I respect you so much. You give me an opinion. Thank you. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. We have 1 Michigan. We have 2 cover with Michigan. What say you?
I'm covering with Michigan, but I'm going to play devil's advocate with Mikey. I don't think we're going to see a lot of points because if you're a Michigan and you want to win this game, they need to run the ball and keep the clock ticking. You do not want to go toe-to-toe with Ohio State's offense and that quarterback and their wide receiver. So I think Michigan needs to run the ball, get a bunch of first downs pounded, and I think they do keep this close. I have them losing by a field goal, but they covered a +10.
All right. It just seems like a gigantic number. Regardless of which side you're on and who do you think is going to just win the game. This seems like a gigantic number, especially in this rivalry. But crazier things have happened, and I'm sure Dave Portnoy will say something crazy on the morning show. I'm assuming Big Noon Saturday is going to be there.
Yeah.
Anybody know? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder where game day going to be there also? Or are they somewhere else?
I don't think so. I think game day is I can't remember the game, but I don't think they're not at Ohio State, Michigan.
Okay. Did you guys see the ratings for game day, by the way? Hello. They started streaming on Twitter as well, and that has been getting we stream every day on Twitter. That's going to continue. Twitter is becoming a platform where they want content. They want full shows on Twitter now. That's what Elon Musk wants. So we'll be happy to oblige because game day's ratings are way up. Yes, game day is at Michigan this week. It is at Michigan this week. So I always love it when both shows, because one gets inside the stadium and the other one has to be outside across the parking lot. Since Fox has the game, I'm guessing they're inside the stadium. All right. Good job, gentlemen. we have two more things to get to. Because as you know, I love the fact that the NBA has been very entertaining so far this year, despite the fact that a lot of the big name players have been missing. But it's been offense, offense, offense. And tonight we have 3 big games that are on national TV. So it's time for our NBA showcase. And Mikey, we're going to start with the team that you are displaying on your chest and on your head right now. That is your Boston Celtics. And they have been a very, very willing dance partner the last couple of games as far as the total and the over is concerned. They went into the 260s with Orlando. Now, the Pistons coming to town tonight. What is your take on this game?
The Pistons' run and win streak has been very, very nice, but I cannot be myself and say, oh, I like the Pistons. Let's go Celtics. I think Jaylen Brown has a huge game. Neemias Queta is not on the court, and I know everyone goes, he keeps saying Neemias Queta. Who the hell is Queta? We'll have Queso tomorrow. I don't know. Neemias Queta is one of the most important players on the Celtics team, so the Pistons will have the advantage down low, but Jaylen Brown is on the court, and tit for tat, Cade Cunningham is very good. I'm still taking Jaylen Brown over him.
It's hard to make my mind wrap around, Brandon, the Pistons being a favorite at Boston. But it's the right number because there is no Jason Tatum. There is no some of their best players, as Mikey just alluded to. But I still have a hard time rectifying that the Celtics should be an underdog at home.
Yeah, look, anytime you walk into the TD Bank Garden, it's one of those where you look at it and you're like, man, this is going to be the Celtics night because the Celtics are just that damn good at home. But like you said, no Jason Tatum, and the Detroit Pistons are one of the best teams in the NBA, whether we believe it or not. They just are. Cade Cunningham is an absolute beast, and I think he goes off tonight. I think Detroit outscores them. I think this is another very high-scoring game, and I think Detroit wins this one.
To talk about how unconscious Cade Cunningham is, the other day he scored 45 points and he missed 30 shots. He doesn't care. He will go out there and do whatever it takes to get he missed 30 shots, scored 45. Raphael, when are we going to start to believe and start to kind of morph into, yes, the Pistons are one of the best teams in the entire NBA?
Yeah, we talk about OKC and how deep they are. This Pistons team is really deep, and that's why they're in the talks to try to get Markkanen from Utah to come over there and play with the Pistons. That would make them even more stronger. I like the Pistons on this one. They're just a deeper team. I think the Celtics don't have enough weapons, and you have Cunningham on the court. They're going to put up a big points. And even when Tommy C is not on the show, he is still moving numbers because the total just moved to 231.5.
It's what Tommy does. Big Tommy moves numbers. We know that. I mean, he is an absolute line mover. Now, game number 2. And I got to tell you guys that I love a team that sets a goal in their season, because when you win a championship, it's very easy to go, yeah, we got one, kind of cruise through the regular season. That's not what the Thunder are doing. The Thunder say, listen, we want to break the all-time win record. And they're going out there every single night to bury you. And here comes the Minnesota Timberwolves getting 8.5. The total a very murky 227.5. Mikey, let me start with you. Your take.
Coach, I absolutely love the Minnesota Timberwolves on the upset tonight. Go ahead, get your little Oklahoma City Thunder together. Get everybody in the little huddle. Let them get in front of the camera and let them go, wow, Anthony Edwards is that damn good. This man is going to put the Timberwolves on his back today, and he's going to carry the Timberwolves to the upset.
17-1, Brandon. 17-1. Your take.
Look, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the best team in basketball. This team just gives no Fs, and they just put points on you, and they keep scoring, and they don't care if they're up by 100. They're going to continue to shoot three-pointers. They're going to continue to drive the lane. They're going to continue to do what they need to do to win. But if Mikey P says it's going to happen, maybe it's going to happen. So you know what, Mikey? I'm with you. Let's go T-Wolves. Let's go, Ant. Break out of it. Let's go. I'll roll with you.
Mikey, this is the worst. Whatever you're doing right now, don't do that again. I don't know what the head bob thing is and the whole worm thing is. Let's not do that. And when you watch it back, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can see it out of the corner of my eye, and it looks delightful.
It looks horrible. Raphael, let me come over to you. Do you agree with these two clowns, or are you going to go on the right side of things?
I do believe the number is a tad high, but the last time Minnesota went to OKC, OKC beat them 124-94. The spread was 8.5.
Oh,
So I want to fade OKC because I don't want them to beat the Bulls record and win a national championship. I could care less that Golden State has a record. Did they win a championship that year? No, they didn't. So I'm going to root for Minnesota side, but it's so hard for me to think that they're going to win on the road.
I forgot they had the record. To me, it's always the Bulls because they won the title when they did it. I made a mistake a couple weeks ago when I said that the Bulls had the record because that's what's in my head. Because the Warriors, to your point, I cannot get that Mikey thing out of my head. All right, I got to move on to game number 3. That's literally the worst celebration I've ever heard and seen in my life. Game. Oh, you had something to say. I saw your mouth. What would you like to say, Mikey?
Coach, I'm sitting down so I can't display my full swagger. I'm just doing what Ant-Man's going to do after not 1 3, not after 3 threes, but after 5 threes and 10 poster dunks tonight. How he likes to skip to my Lou and bob his head and let the world know he's him. I'm just trying to do that while sitting down.
Mission not accomplished. All right, game number 3. This is a good one. We have a best bet on Steph Curry making at least 6 threes. You can find that play over BetMGM. The Rockets have been an absolute they've been on a tear. Kevin Durant's playing great. They are completely on the same page. However, the Warriors are favored tonight, Mikey, by 2.5 at home against you. To me, this is a Rockets play unless somebody's not playing that I don't know about. Your take.
The only player I know that's not playing is Kevin Durant. So, Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun. I've been talking about Alperen Sengun every single time we highlight the Rockets. No one, I don't care if it's Draymond Green or Green Draymond, it doesn't matter. No one is guarding that man in the post. He had a very, very weak game against the Denver Nuggets. I expect Sengun to carry this Rockets team tonight. If they're underdogs by the time tip-off comes, hammer the Rockets tonight.
He scheduled him as 2 games? So
Yep.
This would be the second one. They beat Phoenix the other night as big favorites without him as well. So, Brandon, let me come down to you. Because this Rockets team, if they can start winning games, without Kevin Durant, when he comes back, they could be right there with the Thunder as one of the teams to beat when we get to the end of the season.
Yeah, and you get Steph Curry on his home court too, right? Like this is why the number is where it's at. Steph Curry just knows how to win, but this Rockets team, man, 10-4, they're rolling right now. They are looking good. Whether you got Kevin Durant or not, I think that they can lock down Golden State. And when you're getting the Rockets as good as they're playing right now, and you're getting plus money, I'm on that all day long.
I feel the exact same way. Raphael, make this make sense to us.
I'm looking at the over, and if I'm looking at the over, then I think the home team's probably going to win this one because every big man is probably out or questionable. There's probably going to be no Draymond Green, no Kuminga, no Horford, no Kevin Durant, no Adams. I mean, we're going to see just a bunch of kids shooting up threes, and remember, the scoreboard will be racking up points. I like the over in this game.
That'd be a lot of fun. That's my favorite play in an NBA game. I hate betting the unders, as everybody knows. And sometimes when you have a side that you really don't know, you just go to the total and you root for points. And you root for 6+ threes, which is exactly what
6+ threes. Yes.
6+ threes. That's what we need. All right, gentlemen, well done on those 3 nationally televised games tonight. Now, before we get the hell out of Dodge so everybody can get on the road and head to grandma's house, we need to have a second straight winning day. So it's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less. Just 1 or 2 nuggets is all that I need. Brandon, top left, start us off. What do we got?
All right, let's go to the game we just talked about. OKC -8.5 versus Minnesota at -110. I like the Thunder, but I will roll. I like Mikey's call too. even though I just went against myself. Steph Curry, 6+ 3-pointers versus Houston. We just talked about the over. I like Steph Curry to shoot all night tonight. And then Connor Bedard, a goal on the ice versus the Minnesota at +150.
I like all three of these, actually. And now that I'm leaning into the over, I really like the Steph Curry one. I want one of those classic night before Thanksgiving type of games where he goes off and there's 270 points. All right, let's come downstairs. I'll do Big Tommy C 4 big plays tonight. He loves the over, 229.5 minus 115. Depending on your book, it might be 230, whatever. We like it to sail into the 230s. Then football for tomorrow. He likes the Bengals Ravens over the total, 51.5. Cowboys at 3.5, getting it from the Chiefs, who are a road favorite, and the Lions and Green Bay to each have at least one rushing touchdown at minus 115. Raphael, you're up.
I know we're on tomorrow, but I just got a good nuggets. 3 books just told me that the Packers game is probably going to move to the total 50 sometime today. So much over action coming in. But my plays are in the NBA Pacers Raptors under 234.5. This is just all on the Pacers, the offense. They have no offense. That's why I like the under at 234.5. And then give me the San Jose Sharks Colorado Avalanche under 6.5. Sharks last 12 games as underdogs. 10 of them have gone under the total.
Very interesting. I'll go next. I've got the Heat team total over 123.5 because I didn't trust the spread and I didn't trust the Bucks to be a dance partner. The Heat routinely go over this number. They will tonight. And then the Blazers on the money line. I am opposite Mikey P. Hey, sometimes you got to lead by example. And the Blazers will get it done tonight in emphatic fashion at home against the Spurs. Mikey P., tell me I'm wrong.
Would never do that. I'm going to go ahead and take Jaylen Brown over 33.5 points and rebounds. The Celtics are going to need him to carry them on his shoulders. With no Neemias Queta down in the paint, I can see him getting plenty of rebounds tonight. And I'll never tell you you're wrong, coach. But if you want to lead by example, I'll take that example, crumble it up, and throw it out into the trash. Give me the Spurs on the money line at a plus 100.
Did you just say you're going to throw my pick into the trash? God, the trash? That is so hurtful. How will I ever rebound from that by doing this? Sometimes we like to make you a little smarter. Raphael, what do we have today?
We're going to the association because the Miami Heat have covered the spread in 8 out of their last 9 home games following a home win.
And I said I wasn't trusting the spread. Maybe I should retract that statement. Do you guys know, before we get out of here, when you realize you've lost control of your own household, do you know one of the signs that that's happening? Anyone?
I've been married 3 times. I know a lot of the signs.
Woo, that won't happen to this big dog over here. I said, maybe you don't tell your better half, why would I run in front of a train a second time? Probably not the right line, but, I may have used it.
I'm waiting for the train.
Yeah.
I'm about to jump in front of one.
So, Mikey, not only has your better half figured out how to have an account of her own so she can be in the chat, she now has a nickname, courtesy of the chat queen. Your better half is now Lady C. If she's getting a nickname, Mikey, that's a problem. That's a problem.
You know what, Coach? I only have one response. And because I'm going to take the high road here. Before I met Lady C, this was my favorite day of the year because, as immature people know, it's Blackout Wednesday. And I would love going out and celebrating, not having anything to do in my life. But now I've grown up. And the only Blackout Wednesday, actually, producer man, this is the Blackout Wednesday that I need to have, courtesy of everyone's favorite young star in the NFL.
Chair stands no chance!
Blackout Wednesday.
All right.
Mikey P and company.
Don't ever do that again. I don't even know what that was. And every time he tries to surprise me, it's usually a bad idea. Anybody else enjoy that? Anyone?
I mean, it's Camp Scattaboo. I always enjoy a good Camp Scattaboo video.
Why are you backing him today?
Look, it's Camp Scattaboo, man. He always tries to run through stuff with his head. It's funny.
Okay, I'll let it go then. But you're lucky, Brandon had your back. Brandon had your back. All right, gentlemen. Before we get out of here, I know. Brandon, you're not going to be on tomorrow. The other two are. Anything you'd like to say to the good people out there before we get out of here?
Hey, have a happy Thanksgiving. Keep your loved ones close. Don't get married.
Raphael, any final take from you?
Till death do us part. Death can't come quicker.
And Mikey P, I'd be very careful following these two idiots.
I am very happy to be a part of the show tomorrow. I'll give all my thanks tomorrow. I'm just very happy we've got 3 NBA games that start in a matter of hours. And I'm so happy Lady C has a half day at work. Can't wait to welcome everyone with open arms when they return home tonight.
All right, very good. On that note, producer man, you know what time it is. I need my one shot. It's now time for all of you to go out into the world. If you're driving today, if you're traveling, be safe. Get there. You've got to listen to us and watch us tomorrow. But in all seriousness, we love the fact that you start your day with us, and we do not take that for granted. We will be live tomorrow. It'll be a very NFL-centric show, but we'd love for you to start it with us. In the meantime, there's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Thanksgiving Eve tickets straight to the pay window for my entire team. Damn it. Do I love them all? My man, Mikey P, Raphael, my numbers guy, and Brandon from BetMGM tonight. And producer man, always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day right here on Coach and Company. Take care.